So good morning, all my yogis and yoginis. Welcome to our chair yoga practice. I thought we'd focus on today the idea of gratitude. And you've read a lot about this. It's not just a nice feeling, but it's actually a practice you can train yourself in, like any other practice. Interesting thing about gratitude, it has not only emotional, mental, psychological advantages, but it also has physiologic advantages. It's been shown to show to any number of positive health outcomes for people in terms of reducing the markers of inflammation, which we all know is very significant in terms of strokes, heart attacks, developments of other chronic disease. I can't even talk this morning, disease conditions. So gratitude is important. And also just think about when you were raising your children, somebody would do something nice for them. And the first thing you train them to do is say thank you. So we all have an opportunity to be thankful for so many things in our life. And the more we recognize and acknowledge those things, the more things show up. If we train our brain to be attentive to moments of gratitude, and they don't have to be big, important things. They could be something really small, like, oh, I baked a loaf of banana bread today and it came out perfectly. Or I had a phone call from a friend that I hadn't heard from in a while, and it was really nice to reconnect. So remembering and paying attention to those small moments helps them to increase. It's always said that what we pay attention to increases. So let's use our practice today to be grateful for our bodies, for our breath, for each other, and for this practice. So letting yourself take a comfortable seated position, but one that allows your spine to be engaged, the crown to be lifted, feeling your feet connecting with the floor, rolling your shoulders to encourage them to settle down the back. And let's just take a few moments at the beginning of our practice to become present. And that means to put aside all the things that happened earlier in the day, as well as your concerns about what you may need to do later. All that's important is in this very moment. Allowing your eyes to close if that feels comfortable, or looking soft, unfocused gaze towards the floor, turning your attention towards your breath. Perhaps even taking a moment of gratitude for the breath coming in and the breath going out. Connecting with your body, feeling your arms, legs, and torso, as well as becoming aware on some level of all the work that's going on without your conscious control inside the body. Just the body doing its job. A moment of gratitude. Letting your breath get a little bit deeper now, so it begins in an open, soft belly and travels upward through your chest all the way to your shoulders. And then exhaling, allowing that breath to pour from your body, carrying away tension, carrying away tightness, carrying away and releasing everything you no longer need or want in your life. If your attention should wander, gently bringing your focus back to your breath. Let's just take another few complete breaths here, enjoying every moment of the breath. When you complete your next exhale, put that technique aside, excuse me, and just allow your natural breath to come back. And we'll close our centering by bringing hands right in front of our heart center and joining our voices in the sound of Om. Deep breath in. Om. Om. Shanti. Peace. May we all know peace. So let's inhale and bring the shoulders up towards our ears, and exhale, just drop them down with a ha. Good. Bring your shoulders up. And exhale, let them drop. Ha. Good. And one more time, shoulders come up. And then let them go. Ha. Good. And then begin to just circle your left shoulder, just the left shoulder. Paying attention to what's going on in the shoulder joint. Never to the point of discomfort. Go the other way, please. Let that come to stillness and begin to circle the other shoulder. Isolating that movement just to the shoulder joint. Good. And reverse it. Go the other way. And let that come to stillness. Good. So let's take the arms up overhead in our sun breaths. And exhale, arms come down. Allow your head to look up if that feels good. And allow the chin to drop towards the chest on the exhale. And if for whatever reason your neck is feeling a little bit cranky today, maybe you don't want to add that, you could just work with the arms. And the next time your arms come overhead, let's pause and move into seated mountain. Fingertips lifting, shoulders relaxing, feet flat on the floor, breathing into the whole core of your body. Notice the sensations as they get stronger. Paying attention. So I'm going to lower my right hand now and just begin to sweep the left arm from side to side. Exhaling as the arm comes across, inhaling as it comes down. Sweeping and lowering. So the next time the arm comes overhead, let's pause. Reach a little further. Breathe into that side body. And you can take your right hand and push that opposite wall away. Keep breathing. So we're pressing out through the palm, reaching over with the fingers. How about one more breath here? And then exhale. Lower those arms and notice the sensations when you release. Great. Coming back into seated mountain again. Arms come up. Now just notice if your shoulders are up here, so just slide them down the back. Good. I'm going to lower my left hand now and begin to sweep that right arm from side to side. So the next time we sweep across, we'll pause with the arm reaching. Nice side body stretch for the right side, pressing out through your left palm. Imagine you could push that opposite wall away and breathe. Good. And then release that, bring it back to center. Good. So we did the monkey stretch last week. We're going to do it seated. So just to know that you always have the option. Most of the poses we do, you can do either standing or seated. So this is a good option. So I'm going to make a fist with the left hand and push it down and reach up with the right hand. Good. And then I'm going to switch that. And then switch. And then switch. And then switch. Just going back and forth from side to side. Oh, let out any grunts and groans. Ha. Reach it up. Reach it up. And this time, bring your opposite arm up. Come back into seated mountain. Take a few complete breaths. Good. And release. Ooh, good for the upper body. So we're going to begin with the right knee lifted. Make sure you're sitting up tall. You can hold on wherever is comfortable for you, behind the thigh or below the knee. You can even use your yoga tie. Let's circle that ankle. Nice and slow. There's no need to rush. When you slow things down, it's easier to pay attention. Let's go the other way. So then I'm going to take a hold of the knee with my right hand and my foot with my left hand. Now, if that doesn't work for you, just hold on to the knee. Good. And let's rock. So if you're only holding on with one hand, the movement will look like this. But if you can get that foot up, see if you can manage. Let's just rock that hip. So let the rocking come to stillness and see if you can draw that leg up a little closer to your body. Good. Shoulders are still relaxed. And we'll move into the figure 4 stretch. So options are crossing at the knee, the ankle, or the foot up on top of the thigh. Sitting up tall. Oh, just sitting up tall, you can feel a deeper stretch. Good. So press down on the knee, pull up on the foot for more sensation. And if you still want more, join me in a forward fold. Always remembering to keep your head and neck relaxed. Good. Let's breathe in. Come on up. And let that go. Take a few breaths. Ready for the other side? Here we go. Left knee comes up. Only as far as is comfortable for you. Remember that. Good. If we work beyond our limit, we're creating tension in the body and the mind. And then we're working at cross purposes to ourselves. So work within your personal comfort zone. Let's circle that ankle. Stirring up the pot. let's go the other way. Good. So we're going to do that hip cradle now. So you can hold on to the knee with a hand, or you can actually hold on to the foot as well, bringing the knee up and the leg up a little closer to your body. We're going to rock that leg. And again, if you're only using one hand, you can just do this. Are you still breathing? Don't lose sight of that breath. So let's stop the rocking movement and see if we can draw that leg in just a little bit closer. Shoulders still relaxed. Breath is steady. And moving into the figure 4 stretch with whatever variation works for you today. Pressing down on the knee, pulling up on the foot, and sitting up tall. Good. Forward fold if you like. Steady breath. Good. Ready to release. So the next time you breathe in, up and uncrossing. So let's do a couple of half sun salutations. You know, we're in for some rainy days, but we can also generate a little internal sunshine. Pressing the palms together to wake up the arms. Inhaling, allow the arms to sweep up. And to exhale, reach it back. Take your breath in and then forward fold as your arms spread wide. Palms to the knees, coming up halfway. Exhaling and folding. Inhale, arms, gather up the breath. Exhaling as you reach back. Breathing back to mountain and back to the heart. Another time, breath in and exhale, reach it back. Breathe into mountain, exhale, fold forward. Palms to the knees, come up halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, arms sweep up and reach it back. Coming back to mountain and coming back to rest at the heart center. Good. So let's inhale, bring the arms up again. And then exhale, come into a twist. Left hand to the right knee, right hand to the chair. Inhale, lift up and go to the other side. So breathing up and exhaling, twisting. Once more from side to side. Reach up and then relax your arms down. Excuse me, a tickle in my throat this morning. Okay, so let's come into our seated warrior. We're going to do a couple of seated variations of the warrior. So we'll begin by facing the left front corner of the chair, hands at the hips to begin. Take a minute to find your seat and build a straight spine. Good. So breathe in, and as you exhale, allow that right foot to step back. Good. Feel the hip rolling towards the floor. Let's press back through that heel, engage the core, and if you like, add those arms. If you like, you can look up and create just a little bit of a back bend here. Good. Inhale, exhale, lower the arms, keeping your feet right where they are. We're going to move into warrior 2. So left arm comes in front, right arm comes behind. Lots of energy going out through the fingertips. Gaze is to the left. And breathe. Good. One more breath. And exhale, lower your arms. Good. So turn and face the front. We're going to do another seated warrior variation. I'm going to move my hips slightly left of center on the chair. So be careful when you do that to make sure you're stable. You can actually hold on with your right hand. So I'm going to be stepping my left leg behind me. Here we go. Breathe in, left foot goes back. So it's the same movement as the other position with the foot, pressing back through that heel. You can continue to hold on to the chair with one hand and just do the arm movements with one arm, or you can use both if you feel safe. Make sure you're breathing. Keep those feet and legs active. Pressing into the sole of your right foot, pressing back through the heel of the left. Great. Inhale and exhale. Lower the arms down, bring your feet together, and just take a couple of breaths. Let's do those on the other side. So beginning at an angle to the right corner of the chair, hands at your hips, breathe in. Let's let the left foot step back now. Pressing back through the heel, holding that press, adding your arms. And again, if you like, looking up, adding a little back bend. Good. Breathe in, lower the arms, and let's get ready for warrior two. So this time the right arm will come forward and the left arm will go back. Gaze is to the right. Feel yourself increasing the space between your shoulder blades. Lots of sensation. Good. One more breath. And then lower down. Step your feet together, turn and face the front, and we'll do that other variation of warrior. So this time my hips are going to move slightly to the right. I'm going to hold on with my left hand. And I'm going to be stepping my right foot back. Here we go. Breath in and step that right foot back. Press back through the heel. Lengthen your spine. Add the arm movements with one arm or both. So a little bit more balance involved in this version of the warrior, even though you're seated. So be mindful. How about one more breath? Great. Inhale and exhale. Lower the arms and step your feet together and pause for a breath. We're going to work through our seated forward fold, and we're going to do that along with the wave breath. So we're going to begin with the feet under the knees and gradually advance them. So only doing this to the degree that you feel safe and comfortable. Good. So let's breathe in and draw the chest forward. And then exhale, round your spine. Let the breath go. So it's like doing the cat and the dog movement with your spine while you're working on a forward fold. I'm going to advance my feet a little. The further you advance your feet, the deeper you'll feel the stretch moving up into your hamstrings. Breathing in, chest comes forward. Exhale, rounding back. So I'm going to move my feet a little further forward. There's always a little bit of bend in the knee. If you feel unsteady, you can hold on to the chair as you wave your chest forward with the breath. So I'm going to come forward at this point and hold. Hands can stay on the chair, or hands can come to the floor if you feel secure. Nice deep stretch in the hamstrings. Great. So we're going to come up now, and you have a couple of choices. You can walk your hands up your legs, or you can bring your hands to your hips, engage those core muscles, and let them lift you up. Return your feet to under the knees. Take a breath. So before we come up to standing, let's do the breath of joy. I'm going to separate my feet a little further apart because I'm going to be folding forward. So remember, the breath of joy is 3 breaths in with your arm movements, and then a forceful exhale as you sweep forward. Here we go. Breathe in, and let it go. Ha! And make that sound when you let the breath go. Ha! Breathe in, breathe in, let it go. Ha! So imagine that when you make that ha sound, you're letting go of negativity, tension, anything you don't want to carry forward into your day. Ha! Ha! And then sweep the arms up and allow them to stay lifted, coming back into seated mountain. Good. Inhale and exhale, lower the arms. So let's come up to standing. And we're going to review those leg exercises that we use in the fall prevention that are really very simple, but actually very, very effective in improving balance and strength. So we're going to lift 5 times to the front, 5 times to the side, and 5 to the back. Making sure that you're keeping the upper body quiet all the while that you're moving the legs. If it's difficult for you to actually lift the foot, don't worry about it. Just slide your toe forward to the side and back. So here we go. 5 times to the front. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Supporting leg is a little soft to the side. 1, and 2, and 3, 4, and 5. Let's go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And release. Ooh, a lot of work going on. So now we'll do the side to side step. Important to feel your entire foot landing on the floor and keeping your gaze on the horizon. You can hold on to the chair with one hand if you like, or just place your hands at your hips. So let's step to the left, together, to the right, together. Feel the sole of your foot as it lands. To the side, together, to the side, together. soft knees. A couple more times, side to side. And then stop. So let's get a little fancy now and add the box step. And remember, you're always going to lead with the outside leg. Again, you can use the chair for support if you like, or place your hands at your hips. So let's step to the left, feet together. Step back with the left foot, together. Off to the right, together. Forward with the right, together. Okay, here we go. So this always makes me want to hum waltz music. Nice and soft, eyes on the horizon. Breath is steady. So let's go around that square one more time. And together, and pause. Wonderful. Good. So weight comes to your inside leg, which should be your right leg. And we're going to lift the left foot, getting ready to move into standing wind reliever pose. So holding on wherever is comfortable for you. And again, if the foot only comes up a little bit, that's absolutely fine. Soften that supporting leg. Pressing the sole of the supporting foot into the floor. Great. Let's set up for tree pose. So taking that knee out to the side, placing the foot on the floor. If you want, you can place the foot higher up on the leg if you feel secure. That's fine. I'm going to keep my foot on the floor. One arm or two for your branches. And breath. Nice, steady breath. Awesome. One more breath. And exhale, lower down. Release that foot. Let's do our other version of tree pose with the foot on the chair. If that doesn't work for you, just repeat the first version. So I'm going to shift my weight to my outside leg, which is my left. I'm going to place the right foot up on the chair. So my hips are facing forward. I'm going to draw that knee back. Build the branches using one side or both. Keep drawing the bent knee back. Keep the supporting leg soft. Once more, breathing in and lower it down and release. Take a breath before we move to the other side. Here we go. So we're going to begin with the leg lifts, just as we did on the other side. 5 to the front, 5 to the side, and 5 to the back. Here we go. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. You can feel that work going on in the quadricep muscle in the front of the leg and the hip. To the 3, and 4, and 5. And let's go back now. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5. Good. And relax. Ooh. How about we do a little side step again? So you can use your hand on the chair. You can release the chair. Always remembering eyes on the horizon, breath steady. side to side. Nice, easy movement. Let's move right into the box step here. And if it's too challenging for you, just do the side to side. Once more around the block here. Here we go. And together. And relax. So let's move into wind reliever and the two version of the tree pose on this side. Beginning to lift your right foot. Coming up a little bit at a time. No need to rush. Holding on wherever is comfortable. Drawing that knee out to the side. And choosing a position for your foot. Hips are forward. One hand or two for the branches. Nice lengthening in the spine, lifting up through your fingertips. Tight shoulders, no problem. Just separate your arms. There's always a way to modify and adjust. One more nice deep breath here. And let's exhale. Lower down. Good. And do our other version of tree. So strengthening that supporting leg without locking the knee, placing your left foot up on top of the chair. Move that knee back. Square your hips to the front. And your branches. Keep checking in with the knee, making sure you keep the knee soft and not locked. Good. Inhale, exhale, lower down. Release the foot. So we work these quadricep muscles quite a bit. So we're going to stretch them out. We're going to do that by shifting weight to the leg closest to the chair and then bending the outside knee. If you can manage to grab the foot and bring it closer to your buttocks, that'll give you a deeper stretch. Great. Release that. Let's do the other side. Always have to make sure we're well balanced here. Shoulders relaxed. Once more, breathing in and exhale, letting it go. Great. Ooh, let's take a seat. So we're going to finish up with a couple of seated poses. We're going to do our seated Cobra and we're going to thread the needle. So with the seated Cobra, you're going to reach around behind you, take a hold of the back of the chair, draw your shoulders back and draw your chest forward. Imagine you could squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. And then relax. Let's do that again. Inhale, chest comes forward, shoulder blades squeeze. And then let's release that. Moving into thread the needle, we'll start with the right arm. Stretch it out. Slide it along your left thigh. Going into whatever depth your body will allow today. I'm going to add that arm sweep. It's the left arm that's sweeping up. Good. Inhaling, coming back. And let's go directly to the other side. Left arm stretches out, slide it along, easing yourself in. No rush. Arm sweep. Great. Let the next breath bring you back up. Letting your hands rest gently in your lap. Letting your eyes close. And this is when we take a moment or two just to observe how the practice has landed in our bodies, our minds, our energy. What do you notice? What are you grateful for? No need to breathe in any particular way, simply letting the breath flow. Allowing your breath to deepen here. Adding some final stretches. Again, feeling free to let out those sounds that want to come out. Letting your hands come to rest at heart center. Let's close our practice with an Om. Deep breath. Om. Om. Shanti. Peace. May we all know peace. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan.